All right, Matthew chapter 6, we'll begin from verse 21. So the Bible says, "For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." Now, the question is, where is your heart biologically? Your heart is inside of you. That's the organ that pumps the blood. But you see, the heart that is being used here is not the biological organ. Heart here is being used to refer to your soul, your mind, which is the seat of thinking. So indirectly, the Bible is saying that uh, wherever your mind is, anything you put your mind on, that's what you think. That's what it means. So where your heart is, where your heart is, where your treasure is, that's where your heart will be. It's saying that whatever you set your mind on is what you think. Whatever you fill your mind with is what you think about. Are you there? So the content of your heart defines the thoughts of your heart. The treasures are the things that you fill your heart with. So if you fill your heart with I want to marry, I want to marry, all you'll be thinking about is someone. Just imagining marriage and all those funny things. And you get what I'm saying? So um it is not bad to have treasures. Treasures in this context is content, things to put your mind on. Are you there? But the Bible is now saying, are you there? According to the Bible, not Matthew now. Are you there? I believe in one of the epistles, if I'm right, the Bible says, "Set your affections on things above and not things beneath." So what that means is that the things that should occupy your mind should be things above. And the things above are the things of God. Are you there? So, indirectly, the Bible is saying, let the things of God occupy your mind so that your thoughts can be the things of God, so that your thoughts can reflect the things of God. You know, we have the things of men and the things of God. So, thinking on the things of men makes you more healthy and it makes you more carnal. But thinking on the things of God makes you, more heavenly and it makes you more spiritual. So you can determine the state you will be by determining the content of your mind, by choosing carefully what you want to fill your mind with. Because whatever you fill your mind with will definitely become a thought there. Are you getting what I'm saying? So where your treasure is, that's where your heart will be. Meaning what you fill your mind is with is what you will think about. The Bible says we should guard our heart with all diligence. So it is very important that we really check the things that we uh, we put on our mind, the things we focus on. We really need to check it. Are you there? Because if we don't pay attention to it, we will discover that although we say a lot of godly things, but our heart will be filled with ungodly thoughts. Because although we say godly things, but godly things has not yet become our treasure. A treasure in this context now is anything that you feel, are you there, can be a content in your mind. That's a treasure. Anything that you feel is good enough to be a content in your mind is a treasure. So some people can be thinking of how they are not going to, some people can be, some people can be thinking of how they are going to fight with the person, how they are not going to forgive someone, how they are going to speak rudely to somebody, how they are going to tell somebody, hey, did I not tell you? How they are going to mock people. So all those things they are putting on their mind and they are thinking about has now become their treasure. So anything you feel can be, anything you give a place or a space in your mind is a treasure. Are you there? Now look at this. Treasure is anything that can become a thought, whether good or bad. Anything that can become a thought is a treasure. But any of those things that you consider fit to stay in your mind is what becomes your treasure. So there is a treasure and there is your treasure. So a treasure is anything that can become a thought, that can become a meditation in the heart. So your treasure now is any of those things that you consider okay or good to think about. And either that one is what becomes your treasure. And a treasure can be either positive or negative. I want to follow God is something that you can think about. I'm done with God is another thing you can think about. Both I want to follow God and I'm done with God. The two of them are treasures in this context. I love God, I hate God. The two are treasures. I'm ready to surrender to Jesus now. I'm not ready. I'm still busy. I still want to enjoy life. Both are treasures because there are things that can be, that can become a thought. But any of those options you now choose is what becomes your treasure. So the Bible now says, wherever your heart, your treasure is, there your heart will be also. So it will mean that whatever becomes your treasure, whatever you think about, whatever it is, whatever becomes your treasure, whatever you think about, are you there? Has a way of repositioning your heart. The thoughts of the heart repositions the heart. The thoughts of the heart restructures the heart. Whether your heart will be open to God or your heart will not be open to God, it all boils down to the thought of the heart. Are you there? Whether your actions will be worthy of emulation or not, it all boils down to the thoughts of the heart. Are you there? So, where your heart is where your treasure is. So, what your heart is panting for now is a product of what has become your treasure. Meaning, whatever your heart is panting for now is a product of something that you have thought about, something that you have given a space in your heart. Are we together? Just imagine when those people came to Judas and then, they carefully considered all the 12, close disciples to Jesus. And then they were like, who can we even speak to betray Jesus? And then they studied them. No, we cannot. Peter is a strong disciple. He will not even agree to this. John the beloved. No, John cannot. He won't agree to it. They studied them. They studied their nature. Look at their weakness. And then they looked at Judas. This Judas, he loves money. And we know he loves we know he loves Jesus, but he loves money. Let's try. Let's make attempt. So they called Judas. Would you love to sell Jesus? Don't worry, you don't have to bring him. We will go and take him. What we just need from you is tell us where he is and point him to us. Just do those two things. And then Judas said, as simple as that, just to tell you where he is and to point him to you. Is that all? Yes. Okay. I don't need to drag him to you. I don't need to openly identify with you. I don't need to let anybody know about it. He said, yes. Just tell us where he is and point him to us. That is all we want. And Judas said, well, if that is the case, there's nothing, that's not a big thing to do. For whatever reasons, we don't know. Either because Judas have seen a lot of miraculous things. Maybe he was just thinking he would just, take their money and just enjoy it. Maybe he was not thinking it would be possible for them to do that. Or whatever the thought is, Judas agreed to sell Jesus. And he collected the money. Are you saying that? So it would mean that he there is there's the he has the treasure that empowered him for that kind of act. Are you there? So whatever you make your treasure will control your actions. Remember, your treasures are those things that you consider okay to think about. For example, for me, it's not everything I think about. There are some things that, on the strength of my walk with God, I know it is not good to think about. The fact that I'm saying it's not good to think about does not mean it's not normal thing that people should think about. But for me, I do not just consider it safe to think about those things. So because of that, I don't even I don't even make it a thought. Are we together? So you have the power to determine what your treasure will be. And the moment you determine what your treasure will be, meaning the moment you determine what you think about, you will also indirectly determine where your heart will be. That is where your focus will be. And where your investment will be, where your labors will be. So where the treasure of a man is, there his heart will be. So set your affections on things above so that you can think on things above, which are the things of God, which are eternal things.